Hey, so it's finally nice to meet you.
What's up with it, man? What's up with it?
Our teams have been trying to really get us together, and I've really been needing to meet you for a while.
Yeah,
It's just our schedules haven't been able to line up, but I'm really happy to have you here today. There's been a lot of things I've wanted to know about you. I just haven't had the opportunity to. So we're going to go into depth today about who you are and what you do. So the first thing I really want to ask you is, where does the name 333Zilla come from, and who is 333Zilla?
Good question. 333Zilla is Rodzilla, for anybody that's not too certain about it. Same person, one and the same. The name came from, it's like levels to it, right? So the name started with J-Rod, and that name was like, it's just like a block name, you know what I'm saying? We're playing ball, we're just doing that thing. Yo, J-Rod, what's up? Then, because of the whole basketball thing, I had like a mentor on the block, right? And his name was Rod. And after a certain thing happened, we were playing ball on the block, whatever, he decided to give me a name, Young Rod, whatever. I decided I wanted to swap that out. And actually, over some time, it became Rodzilla because I felt like I needed a different moniker for like shooting the videos and all that type of stuff, right? So that's where it went from Young Rod, J-Rod, Rodzilla. And then when I decided I wanted to get back into the artistry, I never really stopped. But when I decided I just wanted to go full-fledged with it, I decided to we put on the 333. That's a band with me and my bros, two of my bros. We created that together. And so I decided to just drop the Rod and just put 333Zilla. And that's where I'm at with it. And who I am personally, I'm an artist, I'm an audio engineer, and I'm a director. So that's what I do for the city. I do it for myself. And yeah, we just rock like that.
So you've been working with a lot of artists for how long now?
So I started my entire thing, I would think like 2009, 2010. Been working with artists. I'm doing a little bit of musical stuff, but more or less just shooting videos and just getting to know people, finding my way around the industry.
So you've been around the block for a while?
For a while, yeah.
So I've been listening to your music for this past week, nonstop. You're the only artist that I've been listening to.
Respectfully.
I've noticed your catalog is very massive, and you dabble in a lot of different genres. Where do you get your inspiration from?
That's a good question too. I feel like it's kind of weird. Me personally, I listen to a lot of different styles of music, and I never felt as if you should keep yourself in a box, right? So I obviously like the hardcore rap. When it comes to all of that stuff, I kind of got that from like Jadakiss and Reed Dollar and just the people who had that hardcore vibe going on in rap back in the day. When it came to the singing, I really like how Drake revolutionized what we do in hip-hop, just kind of hold a melody. Not everybody can obviously sing like, you know, the Beyoncés and everything like that. So for the people who can't necessarily do that, I felt like Drake gave us an opportunity to highlight another form of pulling your vocals on a record. So that's kind of where I got into the singing. And then you had The Weeknd, who kind of came with the actual singing and the vibes and kind of bringing the 80s styles back. So I think I kind of grabbed from a little bit of everybody, while obviously trying to stay true to myself.
So a lot of the Toronto rappers and the artists really motivate you to kind of think outside the box, especially with all the multiculturalism.
Yeah, you could definitely say that. Yeah.
So you've been in the music game for a while, but you've also been in the directing game for a while as well.
Absolutely.
I actually noticed that you shot Sidhu Muswala, rest in peace. And I noticed you actually shot his video. That was very impressive, because he was a very big artist. He was actually the #1 Indian artist at the time.
Massive.
Rest in peace. How did you get that, and how have you been able to network in the camera game or in the directing game?
Yeah.
And what made you even want to pick up a camera?
Okay, so I guess I'll start backwards. What made me want to pick up a camera, I think around 2009, 2010, I actually signed a few artists myself. I wasn't signed for like no bag or nothing like that. It was more just, let me see what you can do, and we all have a dream. Let's aspire together. In order to keep you guys serious, I'm going to put y'all in some sort of like contract. We put the contract together, and everybody was kind of serious for whatever it was. It was artist development more than the actual label. So I figured in order to get these guys where they need to go, they're going to need videos. So I decided to get a camera. I think at the time I was using my mom's camera. Obviously, we had to upgrade, and that's kind of how I got into camera. So initially, I became a director so I could help my friends take the next step, right? So It was a good hard thing that I feel like I did personally coming out of my heart, and that's how that happened. And with Sidhu, how I met him, I believe it was through Deep, and there was another guy at the time, a guy named Big Bird at the time. Him or Deep, I can't remember who it was specifically, but one of them hit me up and say, listen, we have this artist, he's fresh to Canada, and we want you to kind of bring a video, bring your style to it. Don't make it a natural Punjabi video or whatever. Bring your style to it. Make sure it's hood, and you know what I'm saying? And that's how we put together So High, and from there the rest is history.
So that video was amazing, and
Thank you, brother.
rest in peace to him. He was a legend.
Absolutely.
For a lot of upcoming Indian artists, especially.
Yeah.
So you've been in Brampton for a while now, from what it seems like. Tell me about Brampton. What makes you... Do you get inspired from Brampton? Because Brampton has a bad reputation for many different things.
Yeah.
So talk to me a little bit about your upbringing in Brampton.
I like that you asked if I'm inspired by it. I am inspired by my city. My city's also Toronto. So... Yeah, I mean, I feel like it has a bad connotation to it. I think we kind of all know why, but I think those are some of the advantages. I love people. I think people bring a type of energy that you can't really get from things you build, the technology, anything like that. People are people, right? So I think once you get past that whole barrier issue and you're able to understand people and work with them and commune with them, I think you can go places. And so Brampton's been good to me. I love Brampton. I'm actually not in Brampton right now at the moment anymore. I kind of moved back to the city, but definitely had that love in my heart for it.
Oh, that's very nice. So right now, I believe that the music game is all over the place. There's one guy, other than the top guys that are already there, who really motivates you. Who's your favorite artist right now in the industry?
Like the entire industry?
The entire industry.
My favorite artist right now, no knock on anybody else, he's my favorite artist right now just because I'm getting into his catalog and kind of feeling his pain, and that's Rilo. He sound with Lil Baby in him. My favorite is like Drake, but like in terms of my, you go out of the way, okay, that's already stamped and, you know what I'm saying, stamped and sealed, so what else is there? I've been discovering Rilo, and he's dope. He's a dope artist. Remind me of myself. Got a lot of pain in his music. I rock with it.
So a big question would be for me is, everyone raps. Everyone wants to rap, I guess, you know what I mean? But the main thing is also, are you able to get that next step by having people notice you? Has anyone really taken you seriously so far? Has anyone said, hey, I'm going to sign 333Zilla? Where's your career right now on that milestone?
Yeah, I've had a few situations like that. The industry it's a tough industry. I feel like as of late we've learned as artists and individuals that the independent route could definitely be more fruitful. Obviously harder because you don't have those connections, but more fruitful in terms of what's yours is yours. And if you do put that ambition behind it, you could do limitless things. That's kind of where my career is right now at that moment. I have a producer I work with very closely named Freezy Diamond, and he actually took an opportunity or a chance more or less on me in terms of saying, let's get together and let's try to create something for the people, for the world. And in terms of that situation, it's still more independent, but we're independent together, you feel me? So I think that's what's going on.
So you guys kind of have like that partnership.
It's a partnership, definitely. I think
it's not like you're signed.
When you're upcoming, I think that's really all it is. If it's not a partnership, then it's going to be pretty scary for you in the long run. Because obviously you don't have nothing to offer anybody. So if somebody's coming to you and trying to give you something, you know you ain't got nothing, and you have to depend on them to build you. So it's like you give me something, and then I got to depend on you to make the outcome. And then say you're not as motivated by it as I am. You might not put your best foot forward for me. And that might lead me to not being the best I can be for you. And that's going to screw me over knowing you're the one who invested in me, right? So I think when it's a partnership, you kind of have that understanding. You're at this level, I'm at this level. Together we're going to build and get to this level. As opposed to somebody just domineering your situation. It's probably not going to end up the best way like that. You know what I'm saying? So right now we're a strong partnership, and we're out there hunting. And we're working together. We're doing what we can.